Welcome back to the Night Shift Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Markley, at Brian on Twitter. To my left, and he can't stop laughing, the boy, Bailey Gary.
What's going on, everybody? You can find me at BGary24, capital B, capital G on Twitter. Even though, despite all that, I got it perfect.
Oh, man, we're off to a flying start. On my right, Jordan, the Taco Bell slinging slasher, Wakefield.
Oh, no.
It was supposed to be the taco slinging slasher, but I started laughing.
Oh, no. How are you doing, everyone? It's at JRayfield98 on Twitter.
And we are the Night Shift Podcast. We are at _TNSP_ on Twitter. We are the Night Shift Podcast on Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and the Night Shift Podcast on, what's that thing called? Patreon. Yes. Still no supporters. You're not trying to fund my next-gen woes. It's fine. This is episode, what, 18?
Yeah.
The Peyton Manning episode.
I can live with that.
Yeah, one of the former GOATs.
He's still one of the greatest QBs.
Yeah, of course. That's why I'm saying he's one of the GOATs.
So you said former GOATs.
Well, yeah.
Well, he's not playing.
Right.
Well, yeah, but he's still a GOAT.
Wait, Peyton Manning's not playing anymore? No way.
He's the one who said it.
Let's get into it. What we're listening to. Who wants to start?
You, dickhead.
You want me to start?
Yes.
I wasn't making fun of you. I was making fun of him because he's
Wait,
like, oh,
he's
Peyton.
the one who said it.
Oh, well, I'm all over the place. Okay, so I'll start. I've actually been doing a lot. I started my thesis today. That's due in 2 months. Got a good 5 pages in. So that's a start. It's a start.
How many?
40. So, you know, we're getting there, you know. At least I started. I'm laying in bed at like 2 a.m. staring at my wall. I'm like, I should probably start that soon. And it's almost October, which is kind of scary. But that's all right. We'll get it done.
What's your thesis on anyway?
It's on basically how the media and journalists are like essential, especially now with everything going on. But now seems to be the time where people trust the media the less. And I'm what did I say? The less?
Yeah.
Whatever. It's been a long day. I've been writing a lot of stuff. Words don't work anymore. And yeah. But basically, that's the gist of it. So I'm talking about how like bias has evolved with social media and everything like that, and how everything's just a shit show now. Why is this not picking us up? Am I just tripping? Are we tripping?
No, it's definitely not picking us up like as loud as it seems like.
We're going to try something, okay? Mid-podcast technical difficulties. Okay, so we were just muted. Nobody panic. But it was picking us up fine at the beginning, right? Hello? Well, anyway, we'll just keep going, and if it ends, it ends. If it's a fiasco, it's a fiasco, and we always have fiascos. My phone might die, too, so we might not have video either. But we're going to keep it pushing. There, it's better. I just moved it a little bit. It doesn't matter. What have I been doing? I've been listening to a lot of, like... Since I've been writing, I've been listening to a lot of, like, Saba, Code of the Friend, the Spillage Village album, which we'll talk about. A lot of that stuff is good to write to because it's relaxed and not so, like, crazy in your face.
Yeah, when I did homework, I'd listen to just lo-fi hip-hop beats.
Yeah. Essentially that with words. I've been... Well, we'll talk about what we're listening... We have... Obviously, we're talking about the Spillage Village album eventually. That's our big thing this week. I've been playing Hades on the Switch, which you should go get if you have a Switch or a PC. That game's fantastic. I'm having a blast with it. Anytime I have a chance to play, I'm playing that. Other than that, I'm not really doing anything too exciting. I'm just getting ready for... I think we're all just getting ready for next-gen stuff. Especially me, because I don't have really anything else to play. I mean, I have some stuff I want to play on the PS4, but, like, nothing that's grabbing my balls, as they say.
You guys are still getting FIFA when it comes out, right?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Just not the expensive one. Like I said to him the other day.
Yeah.
Sorry. Like, the $80 one comes with the packs. But if I want to buy packs, I'll just spend the $20 and get the packs that I want.
Don't you need the $80 one to get... No, it's the 3 days early. Oh, yeah, you guys will get it on the 9th. I'm getting it on the 3rd.
Yeah.
I mean, the 6th. My bad.
It doesn't affect me.
No, yeah.
I don't need that jump on Ultimate Team because I don't plan on playing Ultimate Team this year.
Neither do I. I just wanted to...
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
can wait 3 days.
Have to get some Pro Clubs games in?
Of course.
Yeah, and Volta.
Oh, yeah, if
Volta's
it's actually good this year.
Well, it's supposed to actually be like you can actually play with your friends this year.
So hopefully.
So, I would assume so. Billy, why don't you just go?
I've been okay. So Thursday, Mafia Definitive Edition came out, and was that? It was yesterday. I talked to you about it, right?
Yeah.
I beat it yesterday before I came into work. So.
No, I think it was Saturday. It was Saturday.
Oh yeah, we did
Leo
work
was there.
yesterday. So yeah, so from Thursday
Yes,
to
we
Saturday.
did work yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was Sunday.
Oh wait,
You're an
no,
idiot.
because I thought I said it yesterday, but Leo wasn't there, so
It was
it was Saturday.
This
So-
is totally picking us up fine. We're just
Yeah.
idiots.
So from Thursday to Saturday, the only game I played was Mafia Definitive Edition. So
We're gonna start playing 2K again.
never like just
Dude.
not. No, it's gonna. I might get into a mood where I want to play it, but I don't know.
I want to do like a franchise mode or something on 2K.
The only thing they just don't care about my league.
I kind of want to wait for my monitor to come in too. That's not gonna help me at all, but like,
They just don't care about my league. They never have.
No, but-
never will. It's like Madden. They just neglect it. It's just the same thing every year. In terms of franchise and other things, but
Yeah, FIFA definitely has the best
Oh,
development in.
you see, the thing is, they don't fucking care about that either.
No, they don't.
But
But
they've
they still-
actually done stuff with it this year.
they've done more than what like Madden has.
Oh, for sure. You said this is gonna be your first year doing career modes, right? Manager
Pretty
modes?
much, yeah.
Are you gonna do any this year?
maybe.
Manager mode is the only. Well, career mode, not like my manager mode is like the only thing that like I play on FIFA. Since I'd say FIFA 16, I think Ultimate Team's kind of been dead to me. It just feels really heavy
Well,
pay to
we
win.
were talking about that last night. It's like
Yeah.
I want to play Ultimate Team. I do, but I just don't have A, the time, and B, I'm just not good enough.
And that's the thing. It's like I get you want to make the game competitive, and that's cool and all, but like, do they even have an online seasons anymore?
No.
It's like things like that. It's like, dude, I remember trying to get to Division 1. It was so much fun. Like back when you could actually have like an all silver Brazilian skill team and could actually win games.
Well, that's what a lot of people want them to do. Is
Yeah.
they want them to limit. Well, I just saw today that NHL 21 is going to eliminate contract cards and fitness cards.
Good.
Which I think's or not. I'm sorry. There's no fitness cards in NHL. Contract and injury cards.
Good.
Which I think FIFA should do too. But it's like
It's like still even then.
you're gonna
it's
get a
just
month
so-
into the game and you're gonna be coming against the teams that have like Messi in them, and it's like I have a very basic Premier League squad. Let's say.
And that's
It's
the
like-
thing. It's like you can't just because somebody spent more money on it, you're going to lose because it's so. And the game scripting is a whole other thing about it. But this isn't talking about why FIFA and EA itself are trash. But career mode, I'm looking forward to playing that. They actually did updates on it this year, and it looks like it'd be pretty good. Pro clubs, we talked about playing last year and we didn't. So hopefully this year we can, and hopefully Volta's actually good because they kind of lied about that. But that's
because they said you were going to be able to play with your friends,
And
and
you
then
can't.
and then the mode came out, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, you can't play with your friends." And
Yeah.
we're like, "Well, fuck you, we're not playing it."
So excited for when that comes out. So besides Mafia, I've been watching more Bleach. I've been watching just kind of people play Among Us, which we talked about before this. I hope that gets a PS4 port or PS5 port.
I bet you it'll be next gen if they get it.
They've been talking about it. They said that like it's a thought that they have.
It would be smart of them just to wait till next gen and ride that hype too.
Yeah.
So
So
it would be on everything, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
So hopefully that comes out and they can figure out all like the ways that it would have to port and they can make it perfect hopefully. We're not going to talk about it, so I'll mention it. Listen to Joji's album today. I thought it was pretty good. You guys don't listen to him, do you?
I don't know. I've saw people talking about him, but I have no clue who the hell that is.
Well, he used to be a YouTuber under the name Filthy Frank, which he made like comedy, like offensive ass like videos.
Oh, you talked about this guy last week.
Yeah, because he was dropping an album.
Oh,
Yeah. But I think. Do you think, Brad? Have you ever listened to him, Jordan?
I've
Like
never.
not under.
Not under
God.
Filthy Frank.
No, yeah, you guys should check it out. He sings. I don't know. He doesn't rap or anything like that, but he's pretty good, and I liked that album. Besides that, I haven't listened to anything else new that we won't talk about. That's pretty much all I have.
Jorginho.
I don't think. Playing a lot of Destiny still. I almost hit the soft cap for anybody that knows anything about Destiny. Playing a lot of Beat Saber.
Yeah, how is that?
It's fun. It's super fun. It's super fun to play. It's like Guitar Hero, just
With a lightsaber.
With lightsabers,
Just
yeah.
walking in Jordan's room, he's just sitting there. Just
He's
like,
smacking the
you're
wall and
not-
shit. Pow,
I'm
pow.
not sitting or standing, but
Well, yeah,
let me tell you what,
dumbass.
I've
You get what I meant.
I've smacked my hands enough already, and I've only had it for about 2 weeks.
Jordan's
2.5
parents are just
weeks.
downstairs and they hear him like hit his. You hear like a thud. He goes, "Fuck."
Well, I do that without Beat Saber, so
Well, yeah.
That's true.
I've been playing 2K a little bit. I wish these hooligans would get back and play it, but it's alright.
Oh, I am still playing 2K.
Yeah, just not.
PGA Tour 2K21.
No.
The better 2K.
Oh my god. Anyway.
I'm so serious.
We'll talk about the Spillage Village album. We'll talk about the Nothing Was the Same a little bit.
Do you want to do it now?
Yeah, we might as well.
Well, real
I've
quick,
nothing-
King of the Falls on Spotify. I was happy to see that.
Yeah, it's not really new. That's why I didn't really.
Well, yeah, I just wanted
But yeah.
to mention it.
Finally, the newbies will be able to understand why we loved the weekend back when we did. That was like 20. That was. I don't remember. I think that was post Kissland, right before Beauty Behind the Madness.
I was just getting ready to say, I feel like that was like.
right around
Why
there.
didn't that make an album?
I don't know.
Because that would have really helped streams.
It was
Not
to
that he needed
promote.
it, but
It was to promote his album, his tour. I think. I
Yes.
think it was the King of the Fall tour.
Yes.
I think that's the one he went with Travis on.
Yes.
Travis
That'd be
opened
great.
for him,
That'd
which
be
was kind of crazy to think about. It's like when you think about how Drake's Club Paradise tour had Kendrick and A$AP Rocky opening for him, which is absurd to think about now. And you say Drake doesn't do anything for the culture. Fuck you. Speaking of Drake, that's a good transition. Nothing Was the Same Turn 7 on the 24th, so that would have been what? Friday or Thursday?
Thursday, Friday. I don't fucking know.
Somewhere in there. It doesn't matter. It was the 24th, whenever that was.
Thursday.
yeah, it would have definitely been Thursday.
For me, it's my favorite Drake album, and I think it's his best. Got to listen to it again, and I think that's hands down. Maybe not hands down. You can argue two other projects are better than it, but I think it's one of his best, and like I said, my favorite. So,
I think it's definitely I like that more than Take Care. I like that. It's probably my second favorite Drake project. I think that if you look back at our Drake album rankings, I didn't lie. I didn't just switch my opinion. Pretty sure it's still the same back then.
Nothing was the same.
Yeah, being my second favorite.
It was a joke. Because you said it was the
okay.
same back then, and I said nothing was the same.
I got it now. I think it has its best intro.
Oh God, yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. I mean, that's not even.
I mean,
for
it's.
I don't think that's a debate.
I mean, Over My Dead Body is close.
No, Tuscan Letter's better.
Okay, but Over My Dead Body is like the clear second, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think it has some obviously really good Drake songs. I think it's one of the probably best rap albums of the 2010s. I don't think
A
it's...
lot of people disagree with you. Actually, can we insert this stupid thing I saw today? I know you saw it. About the best 4-album run.
Yeah.
Either J. Cole or Drake. Did you see
Oh,
this?
I saw
so
you
J.
liked
Cole,
it when I
it
was
was-
downstairs, but I didn't.
It was Born Sinner, 2014 Forest Hills Drive, For Your Eyes Only, and KOD. Against Drake's, which is Take Care. Nothing Was the Same if you're reading this in views.
That's not even close. Like it's not even close.
I don't think it is either.
It's not.
Okay.
It's-
I saw a lot of people saying the wrong thing. Everybody was saying, views is mid and all this shit, which I don't get. But I don't think that's close. I'm glad we're all in agreement here because we are men of culture. We have taste. Some of you don't. But
Harrison's comment was totally nothing to do with
well,
it.
this is what Kanye
But-
stans do. They just insert Kanye into something that isn't about Kanye. I'm not
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
you're a
yeah,
Kanye
yeah.
stan, but like he does that shit all the time. It's like, well, Kanye's is better. Which yes, Kanye's is better. I'm not denying that. We weren't talking about Kanye. We're talking about Drake and J. Cole. But I digress. Nothing Was the Same as fantastic. Do you have anything to say about it, Jordan? What do you want to say?
I don't know. Even when we did the Drake thing, always had an internal debate about what albums I think of his are my favorite, and it still goes back and forth. I've been listening to that a lot, though. It's really fucking good.
I think what's
Good. No, go ahead. And then
I think what's interesting is the more you listen to that, and the album's called Nothing Was the Same, and I think it's more so about his career and kind of like the turning point.
Mm-hmm.
And I tweeted about this, but like a lot of the songs have switch ups and beats and
they
flows and stuff like that.
You know what also has a lot of those? Literally, like, almost every song on If You're Reading This Is Too Late. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, like, mid-song shifts.
I think it was more on purpose with Nothing Was the Same, but yeah, I agree with you.
He likes those.
Because look at, what is it? Is it Furthest Thing? Where it has that switch up at the end? Where he goes from singing to...
Yeah, he starts rapping. Yeah, that's actually
Even
crazy.
Tuscan Leather has it off jump.
Yep. That like those.
Own It has a little... I mean, everything plays... It's his most cohesive album. Everything plays right into the next song. That's why it's my favorite. I think you were going to say what our favorite song on the album?
Favorite 3.
Favorite 3 songs?
Yeah, I just looked up the track list. Do you want to see it?
Yes, please. I have to refresh. Go ahead. If you know it, let me know. Just go ahead and say it. All right, I'm going Tuscan Leather. I'm going From Time. And I'm going Too Much with Furthest Thing as as my honorable mention. Yeah, you guys got phones, so you can...
Mine's probably...
The second half of Pound Cake.
Fuck you.
No one's going to get that.
Give it its correct name. Paris Morton Music 2.
Fuck you.
That's an inside joke if you didn't. You probably have no idea. That's a great song. Janae Aiko.
Well, I was just saying because you also said that's a...
Mine's probably...
That happened a while ago. That's from...
And it's probably in this order, too. I'm going to give it in order, too. It's probably Furthest Thing, From Time, and Connect.
That Connect's good, too. I like 305 in My City a lot, too. Language?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Oh, my God.
It's really good.
It's bangers.
For me, Tuscan Leather... This is tough.
Yeah, because it's all hits, no misses. It's for the married folk.
Probably Furthest Thing, and then Pound Cake.
Yeah, Pound Cake's really good.
I feel like Wu-Tang Forever is really close for me, too. I love that song.
Too. I mean, Just Hold On, We're Going Home. I know it's... And Started From the Bottom. I mean...
Worst song on the album now.
Let me say it again. Worst song on the album.
I already think...
Are we including Deluxe?
Well,
It's just those that are there.
So this is Deluxe. If we're including Deluxe, it's all me.
Yeah.
If we're not including Deluxe, I'd have to say 305 to My City. Yeah. Because Come Through is also a bonus.
Yeah, right.
So it stops. Regular album just stops at Pound Cake. God, but 305 to My City's good.
You know what I'm going to say the worst is?
Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Say it.
Worst behavior.
Either that or Started From the Bottom.
I was going to say that too. Only because of...
They're just kind of repetitive, catchy songs for the radio for me.
I
like them.
I'm only saying Started From the Bottom only because, if you look at it, as the album, the whole, it's kind of,
I'm agreeing with Jordan saying.
Dog!
No, listen, they're bangers, right? They're radio hits, right? And I like those songs. But in terms of the other songs in the album, they have much deeper, complex,
Sure, but I don't know if I'd argue that makes the song bad just because it's...
No, I'm not saying it's bad.
I value
but you're saying which one would
more.
you cut?
I know I'm not cutting Started From the Bottom, ever. That song's too fucking good. Out of Drake's mainstream songs, if we want to compare it on Drake's mainstream level songs, so I'm thinking Help Me Out, maybe Nonstop, I guess.
God's Plan and all that?
Yeah, I would count those in. I know they're different songs, but they're the same mainstream idea. I think it's one of his best mainstream songs. I think the video's amazing. I understand what you're saying. I can't cut it because the whole fucking album is my baby.
For what it is to his career.
So you're saying that instead of Just Hold On, We're Going Home.
Start From the Bottom or Worst
So if I had to pick one of the two, I'm going Started From the Bottom over Just Hold On, We're Going Home.
Okay.
I'm just interested because you like rap more than you like R&B, so I'm interested that you would pick Started From the Bottom as the worst instead of Just Hold On, We're Going Home.
I mean,
because I remember people clowned Just Hold On, We're Going Home when it was released as a single.
Yeah, but I feel like Hold On, at least for us, right? That's that slow
Oh, for sure.
That's for me, but that surprises me that you would say that because that's that slow shit that we like, and you're just this song, fuck it, get that fuck out of here.
No, I'm not saying that's the worst song. I'm saying 305 to My City.
Oh,
but I'm just saying between the two, if you could have one. I think I'm still going Started From the Bottom. That's hype Drake that little eerie whatever the fuck whatever that thing's called. I don't know what you call that. I don't know if it's an instrument. It's sick.
You're swaying me here.
That's what I do.
You're slowly swaying me, dude.
I mean, you saw Started From the Bottom live.
I did.
It plays well.
I did.
That's the
it
shit.
does play really well.
Now his whole team's fucking here, Jordan.
I know.
We're fucking here.
I know.
Not really, but hypothetically. in our minds we're here. So yeah, happy 7th birthday to Nothing Was
It
the
could
Same.
be, you know,
Drake's best album.
It could be 305.
I love that song too.
I'm not convinced on that, but it could be like.
What's crazy to me is Nothing Was the Same is touted as one of Drake's better albums by a lot of people. Like it's number 2. It's top 3 for basically everybody, right?
Yeah.
We can agree with that. However you have the order, I don't really care.
I think the top 3 is cut and clear. If you ask me.
It is, and I think 4 is
Jordan
pretty
would
clear
argue
too.
views, but
Well, I think four for us is probably views, right?
I think so. Yeah.
But I think
for everybody, but that's not.
Well, I agree too. I don't think there's anything else better than views.
Yeah.
That's left. What was I saying? Oh, I was basically saying about how like Nothing Was the Same, aside from Started from the Bottom and Hold On We're Going Home, doesn't really have any huge hits.
No.
It's a lot of very deep cuts
Mm-hmm.
that you don't hear people talk about much. But like Tuscan Leather is it's a really good intro to an album in general. But like From Time, Too Much with Sampha, songs that missed the album, like The Motion was supposed to be on there.
That's a good song.
Like there's songs also didn't make the cut that probably should have. So we'll stop talking about it. I didn't think All Me needed to be on there.
I liked it, but All Me was a banger.
All Me is only a banger because of Big Sean's yelling, "Ho, shut the fuck up."
Nah, not even.
I think so.
Respect 2 Chainz.
Yeah, but
I
Drake's
actually-
verse is forgettable, and it's like, I probably
My
shouldn't
dick
have put.
so hard. Then
But
metal
Come
detector go
Through?
off.
Come Through's that shit.
Yeah, Come Through.
Come Through's that shit.
Yeah.
That fits the album a lot better than All Me.
See, it's interesting that you say that Drake's part's forgettable because
I just don't like that song, so I'm a
I
little
don't know if
biased.
it's forgettable. I think Drake has the best verse of the 3.
I mean, I don't listen to that song. Like, the only time I listen to that song is when it comes in on the album. So, there's also a theory that you can play this. It's kind of like the Damn theory, where you play it backwards.
Well, the thing with Damn is that's very clear that you can play backwards.
Well, for Damn, it's more the story.
Yeah.
But I guess there's a different. I don't know. I don't know how much I believe in that. It's just I just saw it on Twitter and thought that was kind of
Well, it's the
interesting.
same people that say that one Beyonce song, if you play it backwards, it sounds like something about Satan and Lucifer. And
Well, that's
shit.
a lot of shit. That's
Yeah.
like all Jay-Z, Kanye, Beyonce, Rihanna, all that shit's apparently like devil worshipping
Yeah.
shit. So
yeah,
like
for
whatever.
me, it's like, well, no shit. If you change the pitch of a song and play it backwards, it's going to sound like
Right. You,
some.
if you
yeah,
you can make
shit.
it sound however you want it, basically.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So
You can make anything sound how you want it. You can make numbers look like however you want it. There's a lot of things you can manipulate.
hmm
Manipulate. I said that weird.
That's fine. I've been fucking up my words this whole podcast. It is what it is.
Real quick, I think you guys don't have anything else to say about that, right?
Right.
No.
We just want to go right into the Travis Scott thing real quick. And
Well,
then we'll
do
move
we
on.
want to? Okay, so here's what I was thinking. Do we want to go into sports and then finish with Travis and Spillage, or do we want to do
We
Travis
might go
now?
to Travis because I don't have
Yeah.
too much to say on it, honestly.
Okay, so you want to do Travis, then we'll do our sports bit, and then
Yeah,
finish with
that's
Spillage.
fine.
Village? Okay, that's fine because I don't have a lot to say either. I think we're talking about franchise. Travis Scott's new single with Young Thug and MIA. I think it's fine.
I think it's
It's fine to all right for me.
I think it's kind of
I didn't talk to you about this. What do you think? I talked to Jordan a little bit yesterday.
So what? It starts off with Trav.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This is off of one listen, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so I mean.
So it already tells me that you weren't like a
I
huge fan.
was listening to Trav and I was like, this is okay, Trav. I don't think it's Trav at his best
Right.
start
Yep.
or anything. And then what is it? Does his Thug go
it's
next or is
Thug
he
and
last?
then it ends.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm listening to Thug. I'm like, okay, this isn't great Thug. This is like mid Thug in my opinion. The same with Trav. I thought it was mid Trav. I feel like people use mid as like a mean word when mid just means like not great, not good.
Right. It's just fine.
Yeah, and then MIA comes on and kills the whole fucking song. She should have stayed MIA. She does not belong on this track, dog. She
That was
does
a good
not
one.
belong on this track.
Okay, so
I don't know where she came from, but she can go back.
I'll just start there because I saw Travis talking about how MIA was one of his big influences.
And that's fine.
She's
though.
kind of a cult legend. I agree. She probably shouldn't have been on the song. I don't
Who is
think she was on.
She's obviously
she's the
UK.
one who's on the Flashing Lights. She's
Yes.
the first on Flashing
Yes.
or not Flashing Lights. All the lights.
Yes.
All right, well, she should have stayed doing all the lights and left the beat.
Well, okay, but this is the problem.
Was she even credited on that song? Because I don't think it's listed as a feature list on the
She's
album.
not on. She's not on the. No, she's not, and she's
Okay.
not on the. If you listen to the music
Neither is
video,
Drake, so.
right? Well, neither is Alicia Keys or
Yeah.
a lot of people on that song. If there was that feature list would be like bigger than my
Yeah.
fucking head. But let me start with the MI thing because no, she's not. She doesn't add anything to the song. It's a weird placement. It just kind of feels like it was phoned in. However,
Shout out Roddy Rebel.
He literally phoned it in.
Yes.
And his verse was better.
Yes.
From prison.
It's
From
crazy.
prison.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy.
So, the thing that's gotta stop.
I think he
is-
listens to that. he listens to
My
this
man's
podcast.
probably geeking.
I know.
Imagine if Roddy Rebel listens, or Rowdy Rebel, whatever his name
Roddy
is.
Rebel.
Rowdy Rebel,
I'm thinking
yeah.
mixing Roddy Rich with Rowdy
Yeah.
Rowdy Rebel. It doesn't fucking matter. My thing is, are you guys part of the Travis Scott subreddit?
I don't go on Reddit.
I'm not a part of it, but I go on it occasionally.
Okay,
yes.
so that place was in shambles. It usually is in
Sure.
shambles.
Well-
It's people bitching about McDonald's and asking you how the burger was.
Yes.
It's people asking, should I buy this shitty McDonald's merch?
Well, dude,
because
it's
it's Travis.
Like, literally, it's
kids,
Travis.
It's kids asking, should I buy this $10 t-shirt that says yup on it? Because it's Travis. And they're like, who's MIA? I've never heard of her. She's awful. She sucks. Why would Travis do it? It's like, dog, first off, educate yourself.
Right.
Like, obviously, there are a bunch
Okay,
of young
like,
kids that
here,
want to be
Yeah, but
ragers
it's
and
so
shit.
much easier, and you're probably gonna say the same thing. It's so much easier for people to just get on like Reddit and Twitter and shit like that,
Well,
and just
that's
bitch
true.
and bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch, instead of just going on Google and be like, "Who's MIA?" and educate yourself, and then give yourself like an actual formal like, "Okay, I didn't care for her, and here's the reason why."
Because let me be straight, the MIA verse is ass. Like, it's not good,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the song in general is not very good.
Well,
the beat's cool, but
The
it's
beat's
just
cool, and I actually
it's all over
I don't,
the place.
I don't mind Thug's part. Like maybe I don't know.
The
if
thing is,
I
I
don't think
don't-
I'm biased in this. I don't think Thug's part's bad, but I just think, and this is gonna sound.
I think
weird to say,
overall as a song,
I think
it's-
Trav's part is not that great, and I think MIA's part obviously just shouldn't be there. But like
I
they
don't-
both
yeah.
like Trav, like even though it's Trav's songs, like I feel like it just doesn't fit.
He's
Here's the thing with Trav, right? And I like Travis, and I hope this doesn't upset Andy, but it probably will. But like, you have to accommodate for Trav. Like, if Trav is not on a Trav beat, it doesn't sound that great.
that's why his albums are so good.
Yeah.
Because he makes
Oh,
them,
yeah.
well, as he should. But the thing is, for me, he's missed since you can do this before it paranoids me. Thank you. He's ever since everything post Astroworld has been not a miss, but it hasn't been good. It's been a dip in quality.
The Scots, really? You think that was a different
I didn't
quality?
think that was anything crazy.
I like the Scots.
The Scots is better than this song.
I like.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and the Scots kind of has the
What
same
else just
problem.
came out after
The-
Astro?
we have the Tenet one.
Yeah, that song was a miss for me.
It's not very good. See, the thing about the Scots is like I like the beat on that song, and it's a Trav beat, you can tell. And I like Cuddy on it. But again, it's like the same thing. Like Trav for me just is lower. Like I feel like Cuddy was better on that than Trav. On the Scots. And I feel like it's the same thing here. Like it's a Trav song, but I think Thug sounds better on it than Trav does.
And we can save this conversation for another day because we don't have to get into it. But doing all this shit with McDonald's, doing the Tenet soundtrack.
Yeah, that's a whole.
He's done a lot of shit. And I think this is going to sound bad. I don't mean it like that. But if a lot of other rappers, big rappers, would do a McDonald's collaboration, they'd be accused of selling out.
Oh yeah.
Well, I've seen
yeah,
people
yeah.
on hip hop
Even the
Twitter
Fortnite
call-
shit.
Yes,
That's the
Yeah,
one thing
I've
I
seen
think of.
people on
yeah.
hip hop Twitter calling Travis
Well,
out.
Well, because
that's a whole nother.
See, what's interesting is there's going to be hip hop fans who don't like Travis who are going to say that. Even me as a Travis fan, I'm going to say, yeah, he probably is a little bit. It's just the McDonald's collaboration is Fortnite's like okay,
Because he plays it.
I can kind of get that right,
Yeah.
but the McDonald's shit, it's.
I mean, he's
I think,
selling
I
out.
think we should save this because I feel like this could get.
let's just see. I want to see because. I
My-
think this is the lead single for his next album, which I think is supposed to be titled Utopia. Because everything you've
Yeah.
seen is live from Utopia. That's been the rumor of that's the next album.
Do you have anything else to say? Because I got two things else to say, Jordan.
No, go
Are you
ahead.
done? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to talk anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna say the whole kind of like how you said the Travis subreddit is in shambles.
They're usually in shambles. Just
That's what I was gonna say. Like, look who.
Yeah, I know.
This is funny because I'm a white kid from the suburbs.
Yeah, but it is.
But look at like the Trav fan base.
It's the same shit with Playboy Cardi and Uzi. I
Mhm.
mean, it's a bunch of
and then
ragers.
yeah, and like
Ugh.
the last thing I'm gonna say like about Trav selling out, and like a lot of the other artists would be accused of selling out. Like, he's getting the bag, and I respect it.
Yeah, I don't
But-
really care.
Yeah, neither
You know
do
what I
I.
mean?
But like so, because I think of selling out as like a bad thing, but
Mhm.
what is bad about like I get kind of like. I don't understand what's wrong with him chasing the whole Fortnite thing. Like he plays Fortnite. He did that thing with
That live
Ninja
concert.
with like while
And
ago.
then he debuted the Scots on
Yeah.
Fortnite interactive
So-
concert.
So it's kind of like, is he selling out? I mean, maybe the problem is that we give this term sell out such a negative light. Because it's sad.
Well, why don't we
sounds
just?
like
I like what you said. Just get in the bag instead of selling out. It's a much more positive.
Yeah, it's but like in some cases like. Because I feel like selling out and getting the bag are the same thing. It's just for two different situations. Like I like the whole thing about Trav like collabing with McDonald's. Like I don't really necessarily think it's like a bad thing. Like it doesn't. It's not a negative thing in the world. Like you know what I mean.
It's one of the most random things in the world.
It's just random as fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody saw it
That
coming.
merch is fucking
The
ugly,
one
too.
thing that I can say he's selling out is the prices he's charging.
Right.
For the
But Travis merch has always been expensive.
Well, and
merch in general on the high tier artists is expensive as fuck.
Yeah, then that's.
But
Just
this
how it's
isn't
gonna
even
be.
album merch, which is I kind of get. I feel like that's
And
the main problem. With some
I think that's
people.
why we're gonna get an album soon, because he wouldn't put 5 fucking whatever it was. It was like 5 McDonald's drops. You're not just gonna do that and then just go away for a year.
Yeah.
He's got something. I'm excited to hear it regardless. Like, even Jack Boys, wasn't really a Travis project, so I don't really count it, but like, and let me just not say that because
It was okay.
No, it's Jack Boys is cool. I like it, but it was more featuring everybody else.
It was more for his other
than
artists.
just that's what I meant. Instead of just
Jack
Travis.
Boy's got some fucking bangers on.
No,
that,
I like Jack Boys. Like
Yeah,
I think Out
it'd be
West.
cool.
Out West is better than any of the 3 songs he's released.
Yeah.
That song's crazy.
Well, I mean, Gotti even's really good.
Yeah, Gotti.
Out West.
Gang Gang.
That
was a
whole
good one.
that little whole like 6 EP thing. Besides like Jack Boy's just that like interlude thing,
That's
and then
just
like
so hard.
oh yeah,
Even the Highest in the Room
remix. Yeah.
My girl Rosalia kills that shit.
Woo-wee.
I
Highest
Baby
in the
could go
Room.
away, but
Highest in the Room came out after Astroworld, so that's
the Highest in the
something
Room is
that's
actually like really
yeah.
good.
Well,
I
what
love
about
that
the song Hot?
It's just a feature.
That's a
That's
feature.
true.
That's
So I'm not really.
That's
I'm
the
just
song.
that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
song.
yeah. That's true. That's true.
because it was the remix he was
Yeah.
on. So, well, that was a fun little conversation. I think. Long story short, we think it's just
It's not.
It
Trav's
bangs,
best.
but it's not.
It's not Trav's best.
I just think it's all over the place.
So, quick question: as you guys as Travis, like you guys are bigger Travis fans than me, even though I do appreciate Travis. I wish Andy would have been here for this, but
he already knows the whole song.
yeah. Shout out Andy if you're listening.
Fucking goon.
Yeah, facts. In terms of just like Trav music, what kind of Travis music do you prefer? Because I like, and I know this is your favorite Travis songs, that kind of eerie, like heavy drug influence on songs like Drugs You Should Try.
90210.
Yeah,
stuff
like,
like
I
that.
love that sound. Like I love that sound from Rocky too, and that's why I feel like those two do it super well. That like heavy psychedelic influenced music, which is why I wish they'd collab. I don't think they have. Like, tell me if I'm wrong.
No, because there's some imaginary beef between the two.
Yeah,
'cause everybody mistakes it.
they look together. Yeah, they look alike. But I feel like that'd be real cool to hear them on a track together. But like when Trav kind of does that, I don't know, like that psychedelic influenced music, I really fuck with that shit. But same with ASAP. Like when Rocky does that, I think it's cool.
So your question is,
Like, what's your favorite kind of Travis music? Because like Travis has a distinct sound, but there's different Trav styles.
yes, okay. So I always get a lot of not hate, but I don't rate Birds in the Trap nearly as high as everybody else does. A lot of people say it's his second best album. A lot of people say it's his best album.
No.
I know people who say that it is his best
Oh,
album.
I know.
Shout out
I've met
Harrison.
some of those people, and they're wrong.
My thing with Travis is, I first found him on Days Before Rodeo, so that kind of sound that you're
That's
talking about.
I think my first introduction to Travis would have actually been Upper Echelon on GTA.
Yeah, so Rodeo's probably would be the sound you look for.
Yeah.
A majority of Rodeo is that kind of...
Both Rodeos is what I like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've not listened to Days Before.
Astroworld's more of that psychedelic sound, I think, personally.
Some
I like
songs,
those
yeah.
two more than I like Birds. Now, Birds isn't as...
I would.
I think it was supposed to be a mixtape or something. I think I saw an interview where it was supposed to be a mixtape, which would have played better as a mixtape instead of calling it an album, because that's important to me. I think it's important to Travis, too, because his albums, you can tell there's a vision, and it needs to be executed perfectly.
Oh yeah, in terms of that sense of like a vision and executing, he reminds me of Kanye, and I can see you can tell like they've worked together a lot with that kind of stuff.
I think I'm slowly starting to say that Astroworld's probably my favorite project. I don't think it's his best. I think it's his second best, but I think it's my favorite. I think I really liked what he did with the sound of that, because it sounds like an amusement park, and I love that. The highs, the lows, it's like a roller coaster.
Because again, it's just like I don't mean to be a Kanye.
So I don't think it
but-
really answers your question when I just say Astroworld, but I think you can kind of get a gist of what I'm talking
I get what you're
about.
saying.
What about you, Jordan? I think I know what he's going to say.
That's kind of a hard question to answer, because he kind of does. He does both. He does both really well.
I like Travis when it's more the experimental side rather than the more trap side, if I were to.
favorite
with that.
sound is, well, I mean, obviously I've said this before, but his favorite sound is definitely like that Rodeo Days mix. I listen to Rodeo the most. Listen to him in fucking, I remember I was in fucking like 10th grade or
Yeah, we were.
I don't even know what grade that was.
It would have
in.
been 10th grade, I think.
And we were bumping that shit
10th or
like
11th.
every day. I don't know. It's
I get what you're saying.
it's a hard question to answer because
like with somebody like Drake, right? You can put it in. There's rap Drake. There's R&B Drake. Travis kind of doesn't have that.
No.
Like he raps, but he also does the harmonizing. He does melodies, and Drake does too. But it's not so clear cut. You know what I mean? So
he mixes it more blurrily.
Regardless of what you want to say about Travis, right? He does have a unique sound.
Oh, he does. Like that's what I was gonna say. I always said I feel like, especially from like 10 years.
But this new single doesn't sound unique.
No.
The beat does.
Yeah.
But
his production's always good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was just gonna say, like 10 for 20 years from now, you're gonna see how big of an influence Travis had.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be similar to. I think it's gonna be more similar to Kid Cudi than Kanye was.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be like what Kanye did with 808s. Travis isn't gonna do for the future. You know what I mean?
The thing is like I think, and then again, I guess I'm kind of being a Kanye dick rider, but like Kanye changed the sound in a huge way twice.
Well, yeah, he doesn't sound the same on any album.
No, I'm just talking about like the whole like hip hop sound in general, because like when he was doing those oh my fucking god, it was before he even dropped College Dropout, those kind of beats.
The soul beats.
Yeah, like everyone wanted a Kanye soul beat, and he completely
samples and stuff.
Yeah, and he completely changed the sound of hip hop in that regard. And then on 808s again, he changed the whole.
Well,
sound of
I would
hip-hop.
even argue Yeezus too, and I think Travis had a lot to do with that
so he's
brash
done 3
sound.
times.
And that's where I think Travis really started coming on the upswing then. So yeah, that was a good talk about Travis Scott. Let's switch gears here. The NBA Finals is set. Starts Wednesday night. Heat Lakers. Let's not stay here too long. Let's just give our predictions. Billy, you want to start?
What I think will happen is, well, actually, before I say that, I think this is going to be a good matchup. I'm a Bulls fan myself, so I'm happy and proud of Jimmy Butler, watching his pretty much his whole career kind of.
I'm just glad he left Philly and then went to the finals.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm just so happy that Jimmy Butler, because he has like a lot of this false stigma around him that he's a locker room cancer, and I think that's false. I think what it really comes down to is Jimmy Butler, while he may not be the most talented player on the court at all times, he's still one of the top players in the NBA in his position. He's a great defender. He's a very vocal leader. He's very opinionated, and I think
he really reminds me of Kyle Lowry.
In a way,
minus the flopping.
Yeah,
minus the flopping.
Yeah, like
just the vocal,
he likes to get under the skin.
Underrated. Plays really hard.
If you know Jimmy Butler's story, I'm not going to talk about it, but nothing's ever came easy to him in life. He's always had to work for it and work really hard, more than most people. So to see him, get to the finals from when he was just a young guy on the Bulls is really cool to see. I feel like this is exactly the kind of matchup he wants. He's used to the underdog mentality, so this isn't gonna bother him. I think he'll thrive in this matchup. I know he's gonna be guarded by LeBron most likely, but I think he'll still end up doing his thing. He gives his team that he makes everyone around him better. And I don't think people really realize that about him. And I say that not saying like his creating for his teammates' ability, but he himself is super confident, and that can kind of trickle off to your teammates.
He's a really good leader.
He's a really good leader, and that's why you see guys like Tyler Herro, who is more than just 3-point shooter. But
not to interrupt you, you're on a great rant, but like, did you see that thing on Twitter that said Duncan Robinson looks like Sheik from Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah.
That shit's hilarious.
Yeah. So like you can kind of see like like guys like Tyler Herro with a leader like him are gonna when they make a mistake, he's gonna be there let them know. But it's also in an encouraging way. Like I feel like that's the thing is like it's not Jimmy Butler being too much of a hard ass. I feel like it's everybody being too soft.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's gonna give it to you straight, but it's that
Pause.
tough. Yeah, but it's that tough love that like he's trying to put out there to make you a better player at the end of the day.
Well, little things like wearing Tyler Hero's jersey after he scored 37.
Yeah.
He kind of took him under his wing. I mean,
yeah, he's definitely him and Iguodala and Haslam are the dads of that team. You got a lot of young guys. Duncan Robertson has one of the best stories in the NBA too. I don't know if you guys saw the text that he sent out to somebody at the Ringer.
Yeah.
Like this guy was trying to get into sports journalism essentially, and here he is in the NBA now.
I don't have that same career path, but
he's about to start averaging 5 threes on the Lakers a night. So I mean, that guy's a shooter. There were some really funny memes. I saw someone.
The one with the Barrett 50.
Yeah, someone photoshopped. It was Tyler Harrow and Duncan Robinson in like military getup with holding the snipers. Bro, Twitter was on fire. I was reading the comments. So Heat fans, thank you for taking care of Jimmy Butler. My favorite.
Dude, that team is so. I'll say
they're really deep, and that's why I think they actually have a good matchup against the Lakers, because I feel like the Lakers are. They have good depth, but I feel like they're more so top heavy. Like with like the Heat, like they don't have that high of a high. Their top guy is Jimmy, and then it goes Bam, and then it kind of goes. You got your Dragic and your Harrows and your Duncan Robinson, but it doesn't fall too far. With the Lakers, you got LeBron and you got AD. And then it kind of sinks down to somebody, I don't know who he would have
Kyle Kuzma, Danny Green.
Like, exactly. So it's like...
Danny Green ain't hit a 3 since he left Toronto.
Yeah, so I think that's what the...
Still love you, Danny.
Yeah, UNC Tar Heel. I love Danny. So, again, I think that's why actually the Heat have a good shot in this matchup. I don't think they're favorites, and that's obvious. You're never going to be a favorite unless you're the Warriors playing LeBron. But I think if the Heat win this, it's going to be off their... the depth that they have and the good defending and really good three-point shooting. I feel like the series doesn't go 5. Definitely goes 6 or 7 in my opinion. Who do I want to win? The Heat. I'd say they do it in 7 if the Heat win. If the Lakers win, probably Lakers in 6. My heart says Heat. My brain says Lakers.
I sent that same text last night.
Finals MVP, if the Lakers win, it's Jimmy Butler, and if...
You mean if...
Yeah, sorry. If the Heat win, it's Jimmy Butler, and if the Lakers win, it's going to be LeBron.
Interesting.
Okay, so the Heat are super fun. They are a super fun team. They remind me of the Raptors of the last 2 seasons, I'd say. Not this recent season, but with how deep they are.
Their star players were very
when
similar.
Pascal was still coming off the bench. The Raptors didn't have nearly as good a 3-point shooting as these guys are. But it's...
Duncan Robinson is the generic white basketball player.
Oh, it's amazing. I love Bam. Bam is
Bam's
my
great.
guy. He took that game over last night. Fucking Daniel Tice couldn't hold his jockstrap. Thank God the Celtics lost, dog.
And you can... Well, what is it? Did you see the meme? It was like the picture of like... Mike Wazowski standing there, and it was like someone said Daniel Tice when he saw Bam out of Bayern dribbling like a point guard, and it's just that.
Did you see that picture of Deuce Tatum, Jason Tatum's son?
Oh yeah,
holding the
meme,
tablet,
bro.
And Kenny tweeted, "What's he watching?" And somebody replied, "He booted up the Trade Finder." I mean, the Celtics, like, okay, I do hate the Celtics, but I don't hate, like, Tatum and Kemba and Jaylen Brown.
You just don't like Marcus Smart.
I fucking hate Marcus Smart with a passion, bro. And when fucking Butler took it up on him, he got technical for it for no reason, but he smacked him right in the face.
Yeah.
He lost a tooth. I was like, dog, I'm in on the Heat. Being said, Lakers in 6.
One real quick thing that I want to say, I feel like especially with this Heat team, you see that mentality that kind of Jimmy Butler brings, and I'm happy a team found that, embraced that with Jimmy. But Bam House said, my game 5 wasn't good enough.
Game 6. He said I played like shit game 6, and then he had a huge game.
Yeah, he had a huge game.
He said he felt like he let his teammates down.
Yeah, so you kind of see that mentality.
They play for each other.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
They have a lot of gritty guys. I saw this thing, it was kind of funny. It reminds me of the Patriots, because there was a whole joke about the Patriots where it was like wide receiver, and it was like a white, like
fucking Julian Edelman,
like white complexion, and then it said like running backs, and it was like brown complexion. Someone posted this thing, it was like he like shooting, and it was like the white complexion, and defense was like dark skin. I was like, that's wild but funny. It's somewhat true.
Yeah, I just don't think LeBron's gonna lose. That's what it comes down to. LeBron and AD, I know they aren't nearly as deep, but holy hell, like they're going to be tough to beat. I want the Heat to win as well, and I totally agree with your statement of If the Heat are going to win, it's going to be in game. It's going to go 7 games. But I think I got Lakers in 6, just strictly off LeBron alone. Jimmy even said, if you want to win a finals, you have to go through a LeBron-led team, which the Raptors didn't have to do. Thank fuck. But we suffered plenty of times. I remember the LeBronto era. Okay, fuck you. We're still champions at the moment. It's slowly dwindling, and I get to I get to celebrate that for one more week. But yeah, I got Lakers in 6. Jordan,
Finals MVP.
Finals MVP, AD.
Okay. What if
And then he'll get re-signed.
What if the Heat win?
The Heat win? Goran Dragic. They call him like the Dragon or something?
Yeah, it's
yeah, that's my guy.
So I think it's going to be hard for the Heat because I think they're pretty young.
Oh, but before you continue, I'm sorry. The one point I want to make is who the fuck's going to guard LeBron? Continue.
1,000%. This is.
I know, but he ain't going to stop LeBron.
Well, I mean, you're never.
Nobody's going to stop LeBron.
Yeah, you're never going to stop LeBron, but like, he gives you the best matchup. Like,
sure.
I think it's pretty clear who guards the top two. The top two are going to guard each other.
Sure.
LeBron will guard.
But again, you aren't going to stop LeBron regardless of who.
Well, yeah, I know, but he has the best chance.
Yeah, put like all 5 guys on him.
And then Bam's obviously going to be on.
AD, yeah.
Okay, so can I talk?
Yeah, sorry.
All right, so
Ben over here, like he came from Chicago Burger King, and now he plays well.
No, I'm just kidding. So I think it's gonna be hard for the Heat because they're pretty young. I mean, they have a couple of veterans, but they're pretty young. A lot of young guys on there. Where you look at the Lakers, they have just veterans everywhere. You have their bench is veterans. LeBron is a 17-year god. It's gonna be hard. I mean, Jimmy can guard LeBron. I don't think it's going to matter. And Bam on AD, I still think is a mismatch. I think it's going to help the Heat is that they have a lot of shooters, and I don't think that the Lakers play the best defense. So
the Lakers are pretty good defensively, but yeah, if one of those guys get hot, it's going to be tough to stop them.
Yeah. I don't know who I'm rooting for because I like LeBron, but then I also like the Heat story. And now that a bunch of young guys have been stepping up in the playoffs, it's been a different guy just about every series. I don't know. I'm gonna go Heat in 6.
Okay.
If the Heat win, it's gonna be Jimmy on the MVP, and if the Lakers win, it's gonna be in 5. And it's going to be AD because I don't think Bam can guard him.
Well, we'll have to see. It's gonna be a good series.
And before Finals MVP Tyler Hero.
That'd be amazing.
Or Duncan Robinson. That would be great.
I'd love that.
Could be.
That's why I want Goran because you never know.
Yeah.
For all those years, Iggy won it. He could get it.
Are you? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He's on the 8 now.
They got those vets. They got good defense. They got good shooting. That's what the game's about now.
Let's stick with sports. This is going to be fun. It's not going to be nearly as long because we're not going to go nearly in depth. But
yeah.
Jordan is very, very noobish when it comes to Major League Baseball. And as you can see, I am not, and Bailey also is not. So we're going to make our MLB playoff picks and build a bracket. And Jordan has no idea, well, not no idea, but essentially no idea what's going on in the world of baseball. So let's pull up a bracket.
Oh, you're going to do it on there?
I'm going to do it on here.
I had one up earlier, but I deleted it.
So here's how it's going to go is Jordan's going to go first. We're going to go we're going to go matchup by matchup, and Jordan's going to go first so he can't hear what Bailey and I say. If your Safari ever loads.
Do you just want me to look it up on my phone?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yo, I ripped ass and it does not smell good,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, it does not smell good at all.
There's like no ventilation in Bailey's room either.
No. Oh, there's one over there.
Where?
Right there.
Oh, well, that's really going to help.
Okay, so the first matchup is the first.
Okay, so we're starting with the American League?
Yeah. The first matchup is the Tampa Bay Rays versus the Toronto Blue Jays.
Who you going with, Jordan?
I'm sorry, say it one more time. I was fucking reading.
So
it's the Blue Jays and who's the other one?
The first seed, Toronto Blue Jays.
Tampa Bay Rays
Tampa
against
Bay
the
Rays.
Toronto Blue Jays. 1 versus
Rays,
8.
Yeah. He's going to pick the upset.
No, I think you got to go with the Rays, right?
Okay.
Like, I don't know anything about the fucking Blue Jays, and I know the Rays are at least somewhat decent. So
Okay.
Listen, hold on, we're going.
You
and I go. Yeah.
Okay.
We're not gonna go in depth because we would be here all night if you and I went in depth.
Yeah.
I'm going Toronto. Absolutely.
I'm going Rays.
6-side shit.
I'm going
I mean, yeah,
Rays.
I want to.
The Rays are absolutely gonna win.
Yeah, but of course, if I
that's
sit here and say, "Oh, fucking Toronto,"
No,
it's like,
just-
"Oh, yeah, it's exciting."
No, it's a smart pick, but I don't give a fuck.
I'm going
Ooh, the
Rays in 2. The pitching's too good.
Well, yeah, it's a 3-game series. I don't care
Yeah.
how long it takes.
Okay.
Of course, they're going to need 2 games to win.
I'm saying 2.
I know.
Yeah. Number 4 seed Cleveland Indians versus number 5 seed New York Yankees.
Oh, fuck the Yankees. We're taking the fucking.
That's the attitude.
We're taking,
I love.
Yes,
Indians.
Indians
That's
across the board.
I love
Yeah,
to
listen,
see
Best
it.
matchup.
I don't
Pitching's
even.
too strong.
I don't even fucking like watch baseball, but the Yankees just buy too many fucking people. Fuck that
You
shit.
know, he's
Andy's
culture.
hurt. All right.
Fuck Andy.
Yeah. The number 3 seed Minnesota Twins versus the number 6 seed Houston Trash Cans. Astros. There was a
Oh,
whole
no,
cheese.
yeah, fuck the Astros. We're taking 3 seed.
Yeah, we're going
Twins.
Twins.
All right.
Twins got a fucking god squad of a lineup.
Yeah, facts. Bomba Squad. All right. Then
This is where it's going to get interesting, right?
The number 2 seed.
Because Jordan knows the Yankees are
Yeah.
fuck, and he knew the Astros cheated.
Yeah.
But this is where it's just gonna get funny.
The number 2 Oakland Athletics versus the number 7 seed Chicago White Sox.
Didn't the A's like change their name or some shit?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's like thinking what he has no clue what he's thinking about.
Do you want to see logos?
No, I know what the White Sox is, and I know like the logos somewhat. I'm going with the White Sox.
Okay.
I'm going Athletics.
I'm going Athletics too. It's actually not a bad pick.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be a lot better of a matchup than a 2 versus 7 normally is.
This is where the jokes come in.
All right. Well, are we going the whole way? Or
No, let's just do this round.
And then so in the NL division, we have you get what I'm saying.
League, the National League side of the bracket.
We have the number 1 seed Los Angeles Dodgers versus the number 8 seed Milwaukee Brewers.
I love this. You can see the gears spinning.
He's like, well, what are they spinning about?
If you're not watching the video, hoping my video's still on. Actually, Jordan is serious, deep in thought about the Dodgers or the Brewers.
Brewers.
Okay.
I'm going Dodgers.
I'm going Dodgers.
Fuck the Brewers. They're in my division.
Then we have the number 4 seed San Diego Padres versus Brian's number 5 seed St. Louis Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Yes, sir.
I'm going Padres. I feel like they take it. I'm not going to be mad if the Cardinals win it though.
Cardinals.
I know what you're picking here. We have the number 3 seed Chicago Cubs versus the number 6 seed Miami Marlins.
Well, I know Brian's not taking the Cubs because he hates the Cubs.
Yeah.
It's the battle of the animals.
Yeah, no.
Fish or baby bears.
Well, if we're going off that thing, like the fucking Marlins are fucked.
That's true. That's true. It's not exactly what I meant, but you're right.
I'm picking the Marlins.
Yeah, fuck
I'm picking the Cubs. Fuck the Marlins.
The Cubs are going to win that series.
Then we have the number 2 seed Atlanta Braves versus the number 7 seed Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, I gotta go with the Reds because one of my dad's friends is a Reds fan, so.
I'm going Reds too. They're hot.
I'm going Reds. Fuck the Braves.
I think the Braves will win, but I'm going with the Reds.
All right. So there's your predictions from expert
I'm
MLB analyst.
I'm
Jordan
gonna love
Wakefield.
when he just got all of them right.
That'd be so funny.
Like the Brewers win and knock the Dodgers out, and who else did you have? That you didn't have any outlandish picks.
He had the Rays.
Did you pick the Marlins?
I did.
Yeah, that would be a big time upset.
He
I
had
would
the
love that.
Rays versus over the Blue Jays.
So he's going Rays, Indians, Twins,
White Sox, Brewers, Cardinals,
yeah.
Marlins, right?
Yeah,
and then Reds.
That shit starts Wednesday and Thursday. I'll be in front of my fucking TV all day. Let's get into something Jordan actually knows well about and is well versed in. The Spillage Village album finally released. Spilligion, which I love the name.
Oh, real quick.
And
21 Savage and Metro Boomin are almost 100% confirmed to be dropping Savage Mode 2 this Friday.
they've been talking about that shit forever, man. I got Bryson Tiller to listen to.
Facts.
Spilligion released this past week. And I think you've been listening to us for the past couple of weeks. We've been talking about the singles, and you know who's on Spillage Village. Earth Gang, Jid, Black, Mariba, Jordan Bryant,
Hollywood JB.
Hollywood JB, and I guess Deontay Hitchcock is on there, but he just wasn't on the project. One of our most anticipated albums of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of thoughts. You and I talked about it a little bit, Jordan. I haven't talked to Bailey at all. So I want to start with Bailey because I'm very interested to hear his thoughts on this album. Take it away, Penny.
Take it away, Bailey.
So the sound of the album was a lot different than I thought it was going to be. That kind of came out of left
That's
field.
one thing we talked about.
Came out of left field to me. The singles were all good. I liked Happy was a little different, but I'm okay with it. It's not my I don't love it, but I don't hate it. End of Days and Baptized, right? Was the other one?
Those are three.
Those were really good. This album's really weird to me, and I feel like I need to listen to it more than to give it my final opinion. I like it, but I don't love it.
That's exactly where I thought you'd be on it. So I think you were expecting more.
He was expecting that hard rap.
I think you were expecting more of, and this is not, I'm not downing you or anything, but it's a fair expectation of what we're used to with Spillage Village, like the last few
Even
projects.
past
Spillage Village projects.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What's your so
give us your thoughts. Give us what were you thinking? Like
you said the sound. I'm interested to hear.
Yeah, the
like
sound.
what about like lyrics? And
What caught you off guard with the sound?
Just like the beat selection, really.
The soulfulness of it.
Yeah, I did not expect it to. So the whole Spillage Village thing is kind of like bears and whatnot. So you know what I mean?
It is. It's just funny.
Yeah,
even the album cover.
Yeah, like bears like this too much, and what is it?
They're talking about sloths.
Dude, all of the previous
bears like
albums,
this too, and bears like
it's
this.
all about bears.
It goes bears like this too, and bears like this too much.
Yeah, it's all about bears.
So, and you can kind of tell from even like you said, the album cover. I don't know what the whole thing over at Spillage Village is or what it entirely means, but it's like bear cult.
It's very out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at the artist mainly, and I'm guessing Jid's just kind of smoking weed, all right, yeah, whatever. But Earthgang,
they're probably acid.
They changed their name.
No, they changed it back now.
Oh, they did.
Now it's apparently Olu and Wow Great again.
Okay, well, Olu over there is doing 10 tabs.
It's Olu and it's not Olu. It's fucking Johnny Venus and Dr. Dot.
Okay, well, God, they need to stop doing that. Well, okay, so fucking
Wow Great.
Johnny Venus is over there with
You can just say Olu.
Olu with 10 shrooms just
he definitely levitating and shit.
Yeah, wild ass shit.
It's like that fucking shit when have you ever seen that Simpsons meme fucking Marge opens the door and Bart's dead body just in the middle there's this fucking his spirit just fucking hovering above him.
I was thinking of the SpongeBob meme.
Yeah. So in my opinion, I feel like a lot of the aesthetic of the album and the sound is definitely Olu running around doing some shit. Because I could see Jid and Black just kind of sitting there smoking, and then Olu's
especially Black. My man Black was definitely just bowling in a corner the whole time.
He was just sitting there writing R&B songs. No, but so the sound was really out of left field. The topics is kind of what I expected from End of Days. Really kind of put the tone of the top the topics of what they were going to be talking about and whatnot.
Do you think it was political?
A little bit.
I think End of Days for me really was the only one that was kind of had that gist.
Nah, there was
I mean, there was bars here and there, but I don't think it was
It wasn't super political, but it was littered throughout the album.
Right, but I mean, what album isn't anymore?
Very true.
Or what piece of media in general isn't anymore?
Yeah. So yeah, the sound was really different. The beat selection, the topics kind of didn't surprise me. That's just kind of what I expect from a hip hop album. From them in general.
What do you think of individual performances? Who is your favorite?
I mean, Jid kills every track he's on. It's always going to be Jid. When Jid's on a project, he's going to outperform. It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
No one Earthgang's really good. Don't get me wrong, but in the tiers of rap, Jid's at the top. I know he only has 2 projects, but he bodies everything.
I'm curious
on.
what's your opinion on
this
that.
This is off topic slightly. I was reading the other day that some people are saying Jid's overrated.
Yeah, I saw that, and his people are smoking dick backwards.
Which is kind of interesting. Backwards, upside down. Continue.
So yeah, Jid was. I think he performed the best on the album. Am I the only one that wanted to hear more Black?
No.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. Because my memory might be wrong, but I don't feel like he was on it a lot.
He was on 2 songs.
Middle 2.
And for me, and I'm gonna group Earthgang as one here. In terms of the top 3, it is them. And I know that you want to give your other talent showcase, and I get that, but I don't know. I want to hear more Black, and maybe he's more so focused on his album than the Spillage Village project.
I fucking hope so.
So again, that makes sense. Any other questions?
I don't got any.
Not yet. I'm gearing. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I fucking love this.
I
album.
know.
Okay. You do too.
Okay,
Oh, man.
so I knew right off jump when I listened
Well, I
to it
saw
the first
your
time.
tweet, but
It was I was the same way like you, but in the opposite way. Not that you didn't like the sound. That's not what I'm saying. But more so like I wasn't expecting them to make essentially what sounds like a gospel album.
Yeah.
It's very gospel. It's very African. I think
their
trip
Yes.
to wherever the fuck they were
Yes.
in Africa has a huge influence
and I feel
on
like it
this.
has-
Well, and
like-
you see, like, and that's like not just Earth Gang. If you look at other artists who have taken a trip to Africa, like literally,
Just look at
It has
Sheck
like-
West.
it has
I mean,
like
don't
look
get
at
into the
Kendrick
music, but-
Lamar.
It has a lot of heritage
yeah.
in it. You know what I mean? Like it has like a lot of
and
soul.
it feels so authentic. It
Yeah.
feels so real. That's the thing that's for me, and I've heard it mostly, and nobody else but Earth Gang.
Yes.
And I think they are the ones who carry this project. Not carry it. That's not. They're my pick for.
Well, and they have a lot of influence. Like Jid and obviously Earth Gang have a lot of influence.
See,
But,
Like
this
the
is-
Earth
creative
Gang,
directors are Earth Gang.
Oh,
I
for
feel.
sure.
Earth Gang is like on almost every song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and rightfully so because you said about how you want to let your other artists shine. Let's be real. This is really Earth Gang, Jid, a very little bit of Black, and a very little bit of Mariba. That being said, there's other. I mean, Jordan Bryant did his thing, but it's not like Revenge of the Dreamers where. How do I word this? Whereas Revenge of the Dreamers was the coming out party to a lot of people for a guy like Jid,
Yeah.
or Earth Gang, or maybe Boz. If you didn't, but we were aware of those guys.
Yeah. Real
This
quick,
is-
I was going to say was Happy Chance the Rapper had a cool verse.
Yes, we'll get there. We got plenty to talk about. This is a little more. These guys still aren't known yet, so this isn't that coming out party for Jordan Bryant yet.
No.
It doesn't have
No.
to be. Jordan
No.
Bryant will have a solo project come out, but I think what this does for Jid and Earth Gang in particular, I think it just shows that they're here to stay, and Spillage Village is, in my opinion, the most talented and unique collective out right now.
Yes.
That's
100%.
I'm
Very. I don't know.
they're
if
not
that-
really
I
a
don't know about-
label, but like they're more talented and unique than anybody on Dreamville. I mean, obviously Jid and Earth Gang are already on there, so it's kind of a wash. But nobody at OVO, nobody at MMG, nobody at TDE.
So they're more
There's
talented
no-
than TDE.
I think so. Yeah,
I think they're more
musicians wise, and we're talking just music. They will make better music, even if it's not your music.
They have a better.
maybe better, but
I
think
feel
more-
I think
like
what
unique is the perfect word. I
Yeah,
wouldn't say they're
unique
more
is more-
talented.
Well, I don't know.
they got some damn good. I think they're Mariba, Black. I mean, these aren't all your music or our music in general. I don't listen to a shit ton of Mariba, but like
She has a great voice.
Psalm song. I mean,
it's
come
amazing.
on. I shouldn't love that song. It sounds like a church gospel song, but that shit's so good.
It is, and it really shows her like range. Well, yeah, her range. Like she
Because
her-
she was then spitting later on End
Yes,
of Days. I mean, she
yeah.
wasn't really rapping, but I mean, she was. The first listen was kind of like, okay, but then as I listened to it more and more, I'm like, I think I was more so taken aback at first. I'm like, oh, this is what they did. They stuck with that name, Spilligion. They had gospel. They had soul. Even some bluegrass in there. I mean, it's. And I saw a lot of people who would probably fall in your camp. I'm not saying you were saying the album's bad, but a lot of people were saying about how, oh, I expected more rap. And I think those are the people that maybe got on the Jid from the Dreamboat Project, you know what I mean? And maybe a little late. And I'm not saying this is the music that, like, any of them truly make normally. But,
Only
like,
Earth Gang.
right, Earth Gang would be the only people, and maybe Mariba, I'd think, are the only people that really would make music in their solo projects that sound like this. But I was just over the moon with it. I love. I can't think of the titles of these songs are very strange, so I'm going to try my best to describe them. If someone's pull up a track list, that'd be fantastic.
Alright, hold up.
Well, let's start with the singles, right? I didn't love Baptized, and I still don't love Baptized. I like it,
I like it a lot.
but it might be my least favorite. Oh no, it's not my least favorite song. My least favorite song on the album's Cupid. I don't
Thank
love
you.
that song.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's one that has Lucky Day on it.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
it's okay.
It's okay.
That's
the least. That's definitely the worst song.
But I mean, what's after? So everything from Psalm song down through pretty much the end. I mean, Cupid's good.
It's okay.
It's. I mean,
It's okay.
which kind of sucks that Black was on that song.
Yeah,
But the other song with Black,
it's amazing.
let's get more. We'll get more into it.
Do we just want to go through each track? Is that how we want to do it?
Sure. So
What's
So
that just,
we'll skip the intro. It's just
let's go to Baptized. I love Jid's verse.
yeah,
I love Jid's verse. I love that whole that's like it had that like rapping Jid, and it was kind of like not in your face, but it was like that was the most rapping I feel like we got from Jid was on Baptized.
And I would disagree. I still like his verse, but I think there's another song on here where I think he's stellar.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying no. I'm not saying that.
You're just saying he was a little more aggressive on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
fair.
like that's his best, but I think that's his most aggressive like rapping.
Yeah,
part.
I like the song because it gives you that weird sound that Earth Gang and Spillage Village came up on.
Yeah.
And Jid obviously does his thing. So then Song we kind of talked about already.
Mariba, amazing. I want to hear. I'm actually curious. Does she have like a solo project?
Yeah.
Does she?
Yeah.
I want to.
There's a song on there called Sandstorm with Jid.
I'll have to go and listen to it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do too.
Because she really impressed me just with her vocals.
What do you think of Song?
I thought it was a good song. She has a really good range.
Yeah.
Like Mariba can
I know that's
sing.
not really your thing. But you appreciate it.
No, Mariba can sing. Like,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, she's very talented.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to come for you either. Pause. But what's after Song? Oh, it's Family, right?
Family, yes.
Well, Iala. Or Ayala.
Yeah. This one's all right. It didn't blow my socks off, as they say.
Let me pull the track this up too.
This is the one where Jid says I pray for my mom.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
It was a lower point of the album for me. But,
Yeah.
but again, put it in perspective, low points for me are still good, as they normally are.
and
There's
they get
nothing
to-
like.
Let's just.
And then we get to
Oh man, are you kidding me?
This
Holy
song
shit!
is crazy. This is that they made this shit in Africa. They had to have.
Yeah.
Just the beat, the chorus, the little spread
And
level
I
around the
said to
world.
you, I said I love how they did that whole like that spread the love around the world. It comes in and then it goes out.
and you
then it comes
anticipate the
in.
next person's
Yeah,
verse.
yeah.
And of course, it was just Earth Gang and it was Jid. That's
Yeah.
all I needed.
Yeah, I'm
on
gonna give it
that.
a buck. Like, I know I'm white, but maybe I need to take a trip to Africa.
Dog,
I cover some spiritual.
a spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's go. Night Shift podcast live from Africa.
Amazing.
What part of Africa does everybody go to?
South Africa.
For sure.
That's where a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, that has the most
Yeah. Johannesburg and all
American
that.
tourists.
Jordan can go there and not totally stand out. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know about that. I'm definitely gonna stand out with us.
They're gonna
Like, he's gonna stand out
They're
anywhere.
gonna like worship Jordan.
The only place Jordan doesn't stand out is like Norway.
Yeah.
Or Alaska.
Well, yeah.
He fits in right with
my-
the polar bears.
Yeah.
But
my
Mecca
brother-
is, to me, sums up what the whole album sounds like.
Yes.
It's soulful, it's African, it's...
It's right what Earth Gang was looking for.
Yeah, and I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised that Jid fits so well in a lot of these songs, because they're really not Jid beats
No,
by
they're not.
any means. But he's starting to become very versatile with what he's on.
Jid, you can just slap Jid wherever and he'll just shine. no
I think
matter
so.
what.
I mean, I would agree. But I'm impressed with how I don't think he was the best on this project. I think that's Earth Gang.
Same.
But because Earth Gang, aside from just rapping, like, Olu's vocals are amazing.
Well,
he is
yeah.
such a good singer.
Yeah.
That's like with
He's
Cupid.
very unique. Like, he's the definition of a unique
I mean,
artist.
he's the definition of an artist.
Yeah.
Period. I
Yeah.
mean, he's super unique and Wow Great or Dr. Dot, whatever the fuck you want to call him. I mean, he's no slouch either.
The thing that I find so funny about those two is their personalities and just how you see them are like their opposite ends.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
you
spectrum.
would think so. Yeah.
It's like
Olu
they're like
is-
split personalities. I always see them as like split
Yeah,
personalities.
Olu is like out there as shit. Malgrate's like
Yeah, you think he'd
He's
just be
just
like... Apparently he's weird.
probably.
I mean, they both have to.
He
be,
always
but
looks stoned as
they're,
fuck.
They're my guys, though. But and then it's what's after Mecca.
Judas
I love
with
this
Ari
song.
Lennox and Chance the Rapper.
Dog
Yeah.
and Buddy.
Yeah,
Buddy
I forgot
came in,
was on
dude.
there.
Ari came off the fucking top ropes on this shit, dog. I was not ready. I wasn't looking at the track list or anything, and she just came on, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but then
And I knew Chance was featured.
I almost cried tears of joy when I was like, Chance actually
well,
had a
and
good
we
verse.
Brian, we talked about this.
Why can't he just?
Why can Chance do all these great features? He did it on Corday's album. He did it on this album. He did it on I'm missing one.
I'm drawing a blank. What is it?
Um.
Well, anyway, if you think about
Yeah,
it,
but regardless, these two, this one and the Corday one, both of his features were amazing. Why can he not make a solo project that sounds like this?
well, he has. It's just he has to do it again.
Well, I meant recent stuff.
I know what you mean. But Jid comes in right away on that song, and
You see, the
I
thing
like-
is like Chance is perfect for these albums.
oh yeah,
This is
this
Chance-
is his.
this is his-
It's his pocket.
this is cream-
1,000%.
yeah.
And Chance can. If Chance would have made an album that sounded like this one, I wouldn't say this is a religious album, but it's a spiritual album.
Mm-hmm. Well,
He-
coloring book.
Yeah, but like if he made it more in a a more maybe soulful or bluegrass type, because Coloring Book really isn't soulful. It's religious,
Gospel.
but yeah, it's more gospel. And even then, I think it gets away from gospel in certain songs.
Which is so weird because his previous project was acid rap.
Right, and 10 Day. I
Yeah.
mean, but yeah, Judas is. I want to look at the lyrics of that song because I wonder if the title Judas has anything to do with where it's played in the album. Obviously, Judas betrayed Jesus, so I'm interested. There could be nothing there. It could just be this title Judas. But
I feel like for a name like Judas
Of
on an
course.
album like this, it probably has
one,
something.
Ari said hitting the road, Jack. Don't you come back? You know, using that.
No,
Yeah. The way she sings that shit is fire. She is so good. I actually went from this album and listened to her last album again, and it's just like, dog. I always said
super
SZA.
talented.
I always said SZA's better than her.
No, dude.
It's damn close, dog. I want to go listen to that shit again. I can't relate to
Well,
any
her
of it.
album's coming out.
Yeah, the 31st.
31st or 30th. One of those two. Very end of the month.
Whatever. Yeah. Oh, we getting in that bag too.
Yes,
It's almost
we are.
fall. We hear it. What's the next song?
Ocean.
Ocean.
Oh,
is this the one with Black? Is
Yeah.
this the first one with Black?
This is the first. This is the best one with Black.
with Jordan
Oh
Bryan.
my god, yeah, this shit's fire.
Oh my.
This shit's fire. This
Lord
is
have
this is
mercy.
like one of my favorite
You know-
songs on the album.
You know what's crazy is it was. I heard Earth Day and I was like, oh yeah, it's really good. And I heard Black and I'm like, oh yeah, it's really good. I really love Jordan Bryan's
Jordan
part
Bryan
on
had
this
a
too.
good
I was
verse,
like,
Jid's not
I
a
think
big
he's
fan.
super
No.
talented. I'm excited for his.
Yeah.
Did
Me
you
too.
release a single?
yes, he has a couple singles.
I didn't.
There's a 2020 single
Yeah.
that is out. I didn't listen to it yet, but yeah, that
Then it was Cupid.
Which is super disappointing because
I didn't like Lucky Day on there.
no, I didn't either.
Olu's part's really good.
Yeah, and I like. I mean, obviously we're.
He's talking about how he's into pussy throwing a tantrum.
Yeah.
That shit's fire.
Yeah.
And he starts just geeking at his verse.
I know.
Shit be rolling.
I mean, I like Black's part too, but I mean, we're Black.
And Black's part was a little weak on that.
Yeah, but it's still.
I think
Good.
a lot of there's shit that came from the Dreamville session that's on here. I think Judas is
probably.
that song. And I think Black's just saving himself for his album, which we'll talk about once we're done going
Yeah.
through the album.
Then Shiva.
Shiva, yeah.
Is that the one with?
That's Jid.
That's my favorite song on the album.
Benji.
Earth Gang, Benji,
That
and
sh-
Jordan.
that shit is so good. That's the one where it's how's the chorus go? We were singing it the other day at work. More than 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got more than 50 shades of gray.
Yeah,
Living in a house of blue.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's where Jid shines
Yeah.
the best, and it's the most hip hop sounding beat
Yes.
on the project. So that's fantastic. And whoever the fuck Benji is,
Yeah.
He
I don't know who
impressed
he
me.
is too.
I looked him up. He's from Pittsburgh.
Really?
Shout out Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I was super.
I always love seeing people in sports or music, whatever it is from Pennsylvania.
local.
do
Yeah,
well, so.
yeah. So
Me
that,
too.
that
So
that's
if you were
my-
wondering where we're from,
that's
that
my
gives you
favorite.
an indication.
Yeah, I'm from Toronto. Well, you couldn't tell with my sports teams. You'd have no idea where I'm
Yeah.
from. That's my favorite song on the album.
That's
I just think
that's up there for
it's
me.
the most.
That's,
It's the most Spillage. You know that sound that you were talking about. I think it's the closest to that.
I'm between that and Mecca.
that first song with-
no, I'm actually between that and Mecca, and then
Really?
yeah, and then the one with the Oshun or however you pronounce it is
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce half
it's
these songs,
three
but
for
they're
me.
lit.
And then it's End of Days.
That's my favorite single of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking Olu part at the end gets me every time. Though
Mhm.
I get literal goosebumps listening to him when he sings like that.
Yeah.
I wish he did that more. I'm so glad he did more on the album because he sounds so good. He's such a good artist and a musician.
And then it was Happy, which was another Mariba showcase.
You know what's crazy is I didn't listen to this song when it came out
I
as a
didn't either.
single because I
I
wanted
did
to
not
save it for
either.
the album because we were going to talk about it.
Yep.
We're like, nah, let's just wait.
I didn't either.
I love this song.
Yeah.
Was
Benji's
not.
on it again.
I was not
Yeah,
expecting.
He did the last verse. That's if you're looking to.
I was not expecting it to sound like that. Like I know it has like.
I know what you
Mariba-
mean because if you look at and that's the thing why I think that maybe gave it a slight indicator because if you listen to Baptized and End of Days, it doesn't give the indication what the album's gonna be like.
Well,
then you hear Happy, which
well,
is so different from
the
those
reason
other
that I
two
say that
singles.
is not necessarily because of that, but like it goes Shiva potentially the hardest rap song
and then
on the
End
more
of
album.
rap
Days,
sound.
and then it takes
and,
a full
and
180
then
with
End of
Happy.
Days, which is rap, and then it goes like 360, and then you get this like singing choir like with
This
Happy,
is
which is amazing. It's so amazing.
Super like religious.
Yes.
Sounding shit, and I love it.
Oh, I love it too.
Is it Big Rube? Is that the bull's name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like
He
that.
Well, he's the one who does the narration. Who else is on that? There's somebody on there. It might be Benji.
Probably Benji.
Benji, Earthgang, Mariba, and Big Rube.
Yeah, I think Benji had that last verse where the kind of music cuts off. But I mean,
Again, Mariba just stands out on this track, in my opinion.
dog, that song is good, and that's not my music. But what you were saying with the singles is you'd think the album in general was going to sound more
Hip-hop.
of End of Days and Baptize when it's the reverse, like you said. It sounds more like that religious sounding, soulful. It just feels... Well, let's talk about the last album then.
And then there's Jupiter.
Oh, yeah, it's a cool little kumbaya shit. It's like... When's the last, you guys been to Disney World?
Yeah.
This is sound like a stupid-ass comparison.
Did I?
I've been to Disney.
In Florida. The one in
I
Florida.
may have been when I went to Orlando.
Okay, you know how
I
in
can't
Splash
remember.
Mountain...
Yes.
It's like you get to the end and everybody's like happy and shit.
Yeah.
That's all I could think about.
You know, we
Where little animals
talk
are
about
like,
albums. Like, this song isn't crazy to me, right? But, like, in terms
It's
like,
a good ending.
we talk about, like, albums that need, like, a good finishing.
It's
It's
great.
perfect. It's a perfect wrapping of the album.
It's awesome that you can hear Jid in there in the choir
Yes.
too. You
Yeah.
can hear him.
Yeah.
You hear. And I'm glad because they all are musicians. They can all sing, and I just, I love it. I really can't stop listening to it. It's all I'm really listening to.
I've listened to it so much.
And I literally listened to the Travis song just to get it out of the way because I'm like,
You want to get to this?
I want to get to Spillage
Yeah.
Village. I know I'm gonna like it, but I didn't think it was going to be this, and I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do. I mean, I thought I was gonna like it a lot, but I didn't think I was gonna like what the actual product we got was as much as I did.
This is a little off the album, I want to say, because you made me think. You brought up like Jid in the back of like the singing and whatnot. I really need give me something that sounds like 8701.
Oh, so it sounds like you want a Jid and Black collaboration
Yes.
album that is apparently in the works.
Yeah, bro, that shit would hit different.
Dog, I need Jid and Black solo projects now. I need it.
I need it solos and I need a collab.
I need it like a
too.
Fiend needs Crack, dog.
Do you know
I
how
need
much
it.
music they probably have together from
Well, apparently,
time?
so Jid said he had this project, which is out. He has a solo album with no ID, and him and Black are working on something, on a little something something. Dog, if I get a 6-piece hot EP like we got with Black,
we get the 12
but
piece.
it's Jid.
We get the 12 piece that has like half and half. Oh man.
No, don't give me heavy half. I want them on every song together.
I want them exactly.
On some 8701 shit.
I could use like kind of like what A Time to Be Alive was, where the last two songs is like one Jid, one Black song, but like,
Dude, because I'll tell you what. You know what I hate about Never Story? 8701 is too short.
I know.
Oh my god, it comes and goes like that. Bro.
That's what she said.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh
But
man.
like, bro, because Jid comes on, he's like, well, you
It's the
bitch
best
shitty?
2 minutes of your life.
Oh, fucking yeah. Well,
There's not much else that you can put up towards it, so.
bro, fucking, it's a banger, and I didn't know we got off track with Jid and Black.
No,
but,
it's still relatively on
Bro,
track.
8701 is a fucking hanger.
Jordan, is there anything we didn't talk about you want to talk about? We really talked about, so we talked about the soulfulness of it.
Yep.
And in the spirit of the album is a true spirit.
Yep.
Yeah, I just think,
It just shows.
The talent, that, like
This just
so
shows the
versatile.
depth that they have. You have two. We'll break it. You have the two main hitters. You have Jid
Right.
and Earthgang. Then right underneath them is Black, and then you have all these guys.
no, I would put Black on that same level.
I think I
I think Black is on that same level,
would-
if not bigger. I think the more mainstream would know Black's name more than they know Jid or Earthgang.
Maybe.
Like,
yeah.
obviously, we put Jid and Earthgang up on a pedestal, and Black, of course.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean.
You might be right.
Black not being all over the project either is also probably plays into what you're saying.
Yeah, you might be right. Oh, sure, let's just put them all together, right? But then you have Mariba, you have Jordan Bryant, you have Dante Hitchcock,
Hollywood JB.
Eventually, you have Hollywood JB. Like, these are all like upcoming artists that, I mean, this did a really good job of just showcasing them, just giving them the opportunity to get their voice out and be heard. And I'm really excited to see what they end up doing solo.
It gives me vibes of Revenge of the Dreamers, just not to that same extent. It's not as big of a production.
It's not Costa Rica where you got like 7 people.
Well,
on
and
the
you
song.
don't have a J. Cole.
Right.
You know what I mean? Jid and Earthgang are the J. Coles. They're not, J. Cole was a little more spread out on Revenge of the Dreamers, but like, this is them. This is their, Spillage Village is their collective.
Right.
It's not, they don't have anybody else above them.
I think Boz would have been cool on this project too.
Yeah, he would fit in nicely. Out of anybody on Dreamville, he would fit in nicely on there too.
And Chico would do a good bit on it.
Yeah, but I didn't need any of that.
No, I'm not.
I
saying
didn't even need
it.
Ari, but I mean, Shit.
I'll take it.
Shit.
I'm not the
I would
biggest
take
Ari
Ari
fan,
any
but
day of the week.
That was good.
Um,
So what other projects are coming out?
this is hands down going to be in my top 5.
Oh, for me too. This is gonna
Easy.
be
It's probably top 3.
Yeah,
I need to listen to it more.
It's gonna be it's gonna be up there. I can tell you for a fact. You heard it
'Cause,
here
okay.
first from me and Brian that
We'll have
this
to
will
do-
be in the top
there's a-
3
We'll have
of
to do a
my
State of
albums
the
of the
Union
year.
eventually of where we're at with our albums.
Nah, I wanna
necessarily-
wait. We already did halfway.
not necessarily like ranking them, but just kind of a State of the Union of like what all actually came out. We can do that close to the end of the year. Maybe the episode.
Yeah,
up
because
to
for
the-
me, it's like there's another album coming out soon that might be in my top 5.
the Drake album.
Well, that, but like I
If
know
we actually get it,
something that has the official release date.
Bryson Tiller.
No.
Oh, Heady One.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And it comes out the 9th of October. So not next episode, but the episode after will be.
I'm just trying to think. I mean, I always
Are you
say.
going to listen to that, Jordan? Because I actually want to talk about it. Comes out the 9th.
I think you should.
Definitely
I
should.
think you'd like it.
Listen to if you have nothing to do when you go home, listen to Road X music.
No, we're going home to listen to Mariba.
Well, at some point.
I'm listening to Ari, dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's my girl. I'm listening to Ari.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, I sit here and say that. But
And
like,
there's so many top projects that already come out this year, bro.
dude,
It's
I made a
fucking
list
tough.
on my phone of albums that
It's
came
tough.
out this year. There is a shit ton.
It's tough.
Dude, that Denzel Curry project came out this year.
Isn't Reason dropping something soon?
He dropped a single. I didn't listen to it.
That's right.
With
Oh, I
Vince.
forgot to listen to it. He dropped it with Vince?
Yeah,
Oh, shit, I
Vince
gotta
feature
listen
on
to it.
there. But like, we
Love
got.
me some Vince.
I mean, After Hours still holds the crown for me, right? That feels like it came out forever.
It did
ago.
come out forever
Circles
ago.
came out this year.
Circles. That Pray for Paris came out this year. Run the Jewels 4 came out this
You have
year.
Don Tolliver's album that came out this
Don-
year.
Alfredo?
Alfredo. The
A lot.
Conway album. I've still been bumping a lot. Big Sean's album's still been in rotation here and there.
Logic's album came out this year.
Logic, I forgot about that.
Dark Lane Demo Tapes came out this year.
That feels like so long ago,
Yeah.
dude.
The Mac album feels like a year ago.
I know.
That was the beginning of this
That's
year.
what I said about the fucking Jack Boys came out this year.
Yeah, very, 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 very beginning
Isn't
of the year.
that crazy? That and the Denzel project.
Yeah.
With Kenny Beats. It's like, dog, I felt like that was in 2018. Like,
It's crazy that this year's been so shitty, but in
Music's
terms
great.
of music, it's been one of the best years.
I know
we've
what's gonna
had.
happen is either, well, A, we'll get the Drake album, which will fuck up my entire list, and B, one of Kendrick and Cole are going to drop, and that's
If
gonna
not both.
fuck up my list. And C, I am very interested in this Bryson Tiller album. I am
Oh, yeah.
very interested in this Bryson Tiller album because
if
if
he
this
can
shit,
give me like Trap Soul Part 2,
if this shit is bag, it's gonna be Sad Toronto Man's playlist is gonna be updated, baby.
he's not even from Toronto.
I know, but
He's from Kentucky.
he might get the pass.
He might get the pass.
He
He
might
gets the
get the-
Toronto pass.
Yeah.
He fits that sound of party and Drake and
Mhm.
whatnot. So
And the weekend.
yes,
Speaking of which, Trap Soul Deluxe came out and Rambo version with
That
the
was
weekends
good.
on it. That shit's so fire.
yeah, weekend
That was an old weekend, but yeah.
Makes me wonder if there's something else.
Nah.
You don't think?
There's been rumors that he has recorded a shit ton of music, but he don't just jump from.
Who, The Weeknd?
Yeah, he just doesn't just. Well, he did it with. Actually, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up because he did it with My Dear Melancholy. But what else? Is there anything else? Anybody else big that's supposed to drop? I mean, I think we could potentially get Jid and or Black. But we're running out of time. We're running out of daylight in 2020. Thank God.
I don't think there's anybody that.
I mean, we don't know what Kanye's doing.
Well,
No, I don't think anybody.
we know what Kanye's doing, and it's not making music apparently.
Well, it's-
Well, you heard this. Did you not hear the snippet he tweeted? That shit had a Lauryn Hill sample.
Yeah, but
What's a bad song with a Lauryn Hill sample?
yeah, but my
but if
man's
we
also
never-
fucking going on rants on Twitter about fucking white supremacists and fucking.
Well, the contract stuff he's been doing is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I agree,
And,
but
yo, did you see my man wearing the court purple ones?
I did, yeah.
He said, I'm wearing Jordans until I'm on the Adidas board, basically. I'm like, all right, I like that. Like, cool.
Yeah, he said
I want Kanye to release music. I just, at this point, I don't think even he knows what he's doing.
he takes it day by day.
Yeah, as we all should, honestly. We all learn something from Kanye, I guess.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's going on with Certified Lover Boy.
I don't know.
He just keeps sending out merch. Like, I'm just sitting here like, where's my package, Drake? Like, where it at, buddy?
not getting it.
I don't know. I could go home and there it is.
Nah,
Give me the pink jacket, the hat with a little kiss on it.
he doesn't know you.
It's
know
true.
What do you mean? I'm OVO Bry. Like, come on.
You know how many OVO brides there are in this world?
Only one.
No, a lot.
Well, fuck that. I'm the OG. Are we missing anybody? Are we missing anything about this album?
Nobody. I don't think so.
I don't have anything else to say. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good.
You know what's gonna be interesting? To see if your friend's dead or not.
Yeah, no, that's... You want to find out?
Where are we gonna end the episode?
Let's
here?
wrap it up. It's been the Night Shift Podcast. Hopefully you can still see us. I think you should be able to. I have faith in my phone. It's an hour and
Did
a
you
half.
close
So
all apps?
I don't know. I lowered my brightness, so that might help.
Maybe.
But we're going to wrap this up. I'm Brian, at Brad Allison on Twitter. Bailey, BGary24, capital B, capital G on Twitter. Jordan, J Wakefield 98, capital J, capital W. You see it on the screen here, hopefully. If not, you saw it.
I forgot to edit it the last time. That's
If
my
not,
bad.
you saw it earlier, or you will see it earlier. And we're the Night Shift at _TNSP_ on Twitter. Night Shift Podcast, literally everywhere else you get your podcasts. And yeah, it's been real. Peace.